Alright, so on to the outputs. Right off the top, you'll notice this has a record out. And all that is just a copy of what is going out your stereo mix. This is just a stereo output. Um, you'll notice that there's no level control. So whatever you're sending is going out there, and they're going to get whatever they're going to get. So if it's too quiet or if it's too hot, they're going to have to make adjustments on the recording device that signal is being patched into. So that's a thing to keep in mind. You have no level adjustment capabilities on that record out. On the actual mixer here, anything is going to have to be done on the other end. You've got foot switch. I don't have one to demonstrate, but all that does is offer external control of your effect channel. You just toggle it on and off with the help of a foot switch. If your hands are tied up, I guess that's a handy handy tool to have. Moving along to your stereo out, you've got XLR connector or 1/4 inch. You do not use these simultaneously. One or the other will do just fine. And if you're using mono, just into the left side. If you're using 1/4 inch, into the left side for mono. Obviously, if you're doing stereo, you'd have a cable in each left and right connection. Do not use them both at the same time. And the type of cable you use will depend entirely on the connection of the input on your speaker. If you've got a speaker with an XLR connection, you're going to use an XLR. If your speaker has 1/4 inch, you're going to be using 1/4 inch. And just remember, do not use both of those at the same time, one or the other. Going down here, you've got your group output. So whatever you've got assigned on your channel, if you've got anything assigned to group 1 or 2, if you've got it panned to 1, that one's going to 1, that one's going to 2. Whatever is going out here is going to be sent out there. So if you've got stuff panned left, there's group 1. If you've got stuff panned right, there's group 2. If you've got stuff panned into the middle, that's going to be coming out both sides. Just an output for the group. Beside that, you've got your monitor and your phones jack. This is going to be for your headphones. The monitor out is going to be for your monitoring speakers. So if you're at front of house, wherever you are, if you're side stage, this is going to be your way of hearing stuff. So if you've got a speaker set up, if you've got one, you take the left side. If you've got a stereo set up for your monitoring, you're going to use both connectors. And all that is going to be, so if you PFL something, you're going to hear it coming out of the monitor jacks. And what you do is you pick your source. So if you want to listen to the group or if you want to listen to the stereo, there's your level control. And then you can also assign your 2-track input that I touched on earlier. You can also assign that to the monitor mix as well. Auxes. So I'll go into greater detail. Before I do, actually, monitor phones jacks are mirrored, so whatever's going to the monitor is going to the phones. So just keep that in mind as well. And you don't necessarily have to use both. If you've just got headphones, you don't need to be using those. If you just got monitors and no headphones, you won't be using your headphones. So it just gives you 2 options to choose from as far as how you'd like to monitor. Coming over here to the aux, this is the way they've set it up is your aux send, and they've labeled this effect in hopes that you'd use it for your effect send, so into your favorite outboard delay or reverb or whatever you've got, and then out of your outboard device into the return. You could just as easily use both of these for aux sends, and just quickly, that would be your contribution level from each channel. Now, another cool thing is if you're really hurting for inputs and someone shows up with another keyboard, you can actually use these as a stereo input. Now, obviously, you would lose this effect send in place of the late arriving keyboard player, but you would still have this aux send for stuff on stage. And I'll get into that more in an aux video, but I think that covers your outputs. See you in a bit.